Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another War of the Visions video, and today we are talking about Global's new free MR unit, Sylma. I want to say Selma, but she's not like some girl from Mississippi. It's Sylma from War of the Visions. We're talking about her right now, and she's awesome. This is going to be a quick video just highlighting how awesome this new free unit is and telling you why you should probably build her. Okay, like always, before we start the video, if you want to support the channel, please consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link down in the description. Best way to support the channel, using that link. Or if you want to become a YouTube member, click that join button down there. You guys are awesome. Let's talk about Sylma. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, and one of the reasons that this chick is so awesome, and it's so awesome that she's free, is she comes with this TMR. And her TMR is like low-key really good, but not on her necessarily. So you see the sword on the screen right here. It's a sword. I don't care about like what the sword's damage and attack stats are. That's not why it's good. The sword is good because it has 8% magic resist on it. Now think about your tank units. So many tanks are single-handed sword using units. Boom, that's what we're getting from Sylma. And being able to put 8% slash resist, ooh, drank too much, in your TMR slot will open up the rest of your gear for like armor, for accessories, right? Like you could equip Sylma's TMR and then throw something on there like the Near Automata, the little drone that we have that gives agility and single target resist, or if it's Warrior of Light, it gives you room to, slap on that light bracer and maybe like the new armor we just rated for. And so you can really start stacking different resists by using this sword. And 8% slash resist is the same amount of slash resist that golden armor gives. Now, you're going to need to replace the defense that you're getting from a golden armor and the HP, but there's so many other good armor options available. You could throw on like this sword and armor of light, for example, for some magic resist, some slash resist, and then look for defense from your TMR. I'm sorry, your accessory, right? So this just gives you a lot of building options with your tank that you didn't have before, that none of us did. So taking this girl to level 99 will get you that sword, and this will help you when building your tanks. Maybe if it's somebody like King Mont, you might want to not, because King Mont's damage is so high, but it's very popular to build other tanks with either no weapon or just a TMR weapon with a status effect. It's just another option. Stack that slash resist up, good to go. Okay, let's go on to the next reason that this chick's good, and that's her anti-magic ability. Now, if you're a new player, right now you're playing in a state of this game where like mono magic teams just haven't really been a thing. Especially if you started around Near, maybe you caught the end of like the Garvel Sakura all the time meta, but I'm telling you right now, the magic meta will return, and with Mama Helena coming out soon, the magic meta might be returning quickly. So this chick, I put a little build together here, and you're seeing that build on the screen. This is only her in a party. I gave her the Near accessory. I gave her a smart coat, which is something that's like very easy to build, and you'll have access to build at some point. And then I just threw Adelard's TMR on her for a weapon. Gave her Igaion Vision card, put Fenrir as her Esper, and look at those stats. 80% magic resist. That's super good. Like, she could be a core part of an anti-magic team. And so when you're going through Arena or you're going through Guild Wars, you just need to look for like who has a ton of magic and no attack. You throw her in a group, boom. Now, I'm using two of her passives that I listed on the screen right here. Her magic resist and agility up passive, which, how good is that passive, by the way? That's insane. Like, give me 15% magic resist and 12% agility any day, and I'm probably running that. Then I'm also running her debuff resist and magic resist support ability. I keep saying passives. What I mean is support abilities. So I'm running those. And look at the rest of her stats, by the way. 638 magic and 97 agility. She's not gonna die to mages. Or at least she's not gonna die to any mages that aren't just running like +5 Soul of Thamasas and stacking UR vision cards, and you're not going to run into that group all the time, right? Especially if you're a newer player and this is one of your first anti-magic units. So at 97 agility, she's going to be flying around the map, and with 638 magic, she's going to be returning the damage that she's mitigating pretty dang hard. This doesn't even list, like we're going to talk about some skills in a minute. She also has a magic shield she can put on herself. She's nuts. So really good potential anti-magic party unit that will do a lot of magic damage. If you don't have a magic party yet, she could be a core member of a future one. So talking about skills, let's actually go a little bit deeper in there. Now I'll do a full character review on her after I've leveled her, played her a little bit, but I want to preview her skills now. I'm going to highlight about 4 of them from her main job here. One, she has Cura, right? That's an AoE heal that red mages get. So her AI will function a lot like Adelard's if you've used him before, or any other red mage, where at the beginning of like a fight 2 in Guild Wars, she'll look for heals, or randomly in a fight, she might look for heals. It's really nice. Then you have Jamming Thrust, which does a lot of damage. You see 200% damage. The range on Jamming Thrust is nutty, and it cancels ability activation, which seems sort of trivial unless you're playing against mages and they're sitting there like channeling a spell and you're like, nope, thrust that spell right off the screen. Jamming Thrust is an amazing ability. Now, I highlighted a couple more abilities here that she has that are insanely cool. The third one with the arrow is a kind of weird buff, right? It's going to decrease skill activation time. So that's like, you know, channeling time on an ability. Okay, that's cool. But look at the bottom line there. At her EX jobs, it increases defense by 20 for 3 turns to an ally. So you throw her in a group, let's say you're going against a mixed damage group that's running, you know, some physical damage, some magic damage, and you want to use Sylma, and you're using Rain or somebody like that as your tank. She hits Rain with this defense buff, and all of a sudden now Rain is a better physical tank to go with his magic tanking. This is a really, really good buff. Any buff that just straight up gives an ally defense, I wouldn't undervalue that. So I really like that skill. Then taking a look at the 4th buff with an arrow on there, it is a double resistance buff that is slash resist up 25 and missile resist up 25. 2 very prominent damage types in this game, and with missile comps maybe coming along later, this could be good, and she might be able to function as a little bit of a support role, right? With that defense buff, with those resist buffs. Those are really neat. Now, she has sub jobs, of course, so taking a look at just a few skills from her sub job, because like I said, this is not a full character review. I'm just telling you why this chick's awesome. Her Kodadama Wheeler sub job gives her access to a 100% hit ability. She's got a lot of magic. She's going to be able to hit evasion units, or, you know, those units like 2B that tend to dodge a lot randomly. She'll be able to hit them. Then she has that magic shield that we talked about, costs 40 TP, and for 3 times, which is better than 3 turns, she's going to get a 50% magic reduction. And check out that one I highlighted at the very bottom. Now, this is a skill that's kind of unique to her, not in that it buffs a element resistance. There's lots of units that can buff elemental resistance, but check out how big the AoE is on this one. That is a massive AoE. So for these guild battle maps or these arena maps where your units are kind of spaced out, kind of far away from each other, she might be able to still hit all of them with this buff, which makes it more valuable, and it's a really cool ability that she has. So, why am I talking about all this? Look, she's a free unit. We just went through the Etra event rerun. Etra was a free unit, and if you've been leveling her and using her, you're kind of like, man, this last free unit we got, not the best. And that's true. Etra, not the best. Sylma is not like Etra in that way. Sylma is going to be an amazing unit. If she is one of the last MR units that we get, they are sending the MR units out with a bang. Now, personally, I hope there's more MR units in the future. And not only that, I hope there's more MR units like Sylma here, where she's going to be so good in like limited cost things, right? Because she's only an MR, and she's bringing UR quality skills, stats, all of it to the table. So her TMR is good, her skills are good, she looks really dang cool, FYI, and she's just an overall cool unit. So I encourage everybody to build her. Magic Meta's coming. Mama Helena's coming. There's probably a reason they're letting us EX Rain and giving us this free MR unit right now. It's to mitigate the devastation that Old Mont's Mama's about to bring to the table. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody who likes, subscribes, or just watches. Y'all are amazing. Tune in tomorrow for a Should You Pull video on Luelle, and have a great evening, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Later.